Welcome to Inside Out South. Hello from the alleyways of Basingstoke. More on teeth whitening in just a moment's time. First though, how can you end up in court over something you didn't even sign up for? This is the story of the Hampshire company, which has successfully sued scores of its own customers when we think it's the business that's at fault.
Roger, heads.
I'm on the trail of a man who makes a habit of taking his customers to court. That's Richard Wood and his business partner Valerie Bailey from Basingstoke.
Never oil it, never grease it, never WD-40 it, never do anything to it from 10 years to the next.
They've been making thousands of pounds from families and businesses across the country, and it's all down to garden furniture.
If you spend £1 million and you'll never get another one, you can barbecue on beef.
Richard and Valerie's company, Hampshire Garden Furniture, sells high-end summer houses and giant parasols.
We bought the cafe in December 2009 and we opened in the spring of 2010.
Jane Gray runs a beach cafe in Falmouth. She went to a trade show and ordered 2 large parasols, or jumbrollies, a signature item from Hampshire Garden Furniture's collection. She paid a £600 deposit and ordered her cafe logos to be printed on the fabric. The first arrived damaged and was taken away. The second wasn't much better.
So this is it, this is the jumbrolli.
Yeah, this is it.
So has this ever been used in anger?
No, we can't use it because there's a square top hat missing at the top, so the rain would just come through the middle.
Right, can we try and see if we can get it up?
The other thing is this was meant to be white. If you notice, that's poked through the canvas.
That's gone right through,
That's
isn't
right
it?
through, yeah.
Meanwhile, the people who are sitting here are getting wet. This isn't like it's been used, it's got a bit worn.
No, it's never been used.
This is in the state
You
that
can
it came
tell
in.
it's, you know, in pristine condition on the outside.
Cheers.
It's the injustice of it all. He's still going to these trade shows, and that's where he meets people. If he wasn't allowed to go to the trade shows, then he wouldn't get any customers.
Well, we've been doing this for 30 years. 30? So it's a long time.
In fact, Hampshire Garden Furniture has been banned from many county shows and trade conventions. But as you can see behind me, Mr. Wood here in Milton Keynes is still trading.
Mary Burgess from Haddenham in Cambridgeshire found Mr. Wood at the Norwich Garden Show. She ordered a brand new octagonal summer house for her wedding day and paid a £2,000 deposit.
It was May, the weather was nice, we was looking forward to, you know, on the Saturday afternoon, friends, family were going to be out on the lawn in the gazebo. That was going to be part of the celebrations.
Mr. Wood took another £6,000 from Mary's account. Then, a week before the big day, a gazebo arrived.
It was really substandard. It's supposed to be hardwood, and my son picked one of the legs up with his one hand, and it was all scratched and dented, and I think it had probably been used before.
Mr. Wood agreed to replace the damaged gazebo, and 24 hours before the wedding, some workmen arrived with a different model.
Then his excuse was he hadn't got any octagon-shaped ones. So would we have this round one? They worked most of Thursday and then realised they'd only got half of the roof here. They'd got a bit of the roof missing and some other bits and pieces, the heater, the fridge, bits and pieces were missing. So they went away, left all the tools, things scattered all over the lawn, said that they would be back first thing Friday morning. Bear in mind, we were getting married Friday afternoon. No one did ever turn up. We went off and got married. We didn't have a gazebo, obviously, for the wedding. And at that point, we were thinking, OK, we're £8,500 out of pocket.
Many months later, they eventually did get their money back from the credit card company. Mr. Wood said to us that Mari was clearly unhappy, and he offered to replace the original delivery, and that he had found her a replacement. He said she then wanted to cancel the whole order, and that he's heard nothing since.
So, plenty of allegations of poor quality goods for loads of money. But some people don't get any furniture and they still end up in court.
Mrs. Lewis is having this carpet.
Cheryl Squibb runs a home furnishing and carpet business.
Delivery in for a week Friday, please.
She wanted to spend her hard-earned cash on a nice summer house for the whole family to relax in. She was looking for something like this, but the ones being offered by Hampshire Garden Furniture came with a big discount.
I just wanted to know a little bit more about them. Was advised that a site survey would be done to confirm that I could have one. I was asked to sign a document to have a survey and to secure a £4,000 discount.
After the show, there was bad news. Cheryl's grandson was taken seriously ill with meningitis. Understandably, her priorities changed.
I cancelled the appointment on the proviso that I would rebook, but in all honesty, my brain was all over the place. We were in turmoil with the news that we'd been given. I didn't think any more of it.
What happened next?
I received a letter from Mr. Wood saying that I had signed a contract, I was liable for the summer house, it was on its way and he wanted his payment.
Even though you thought you'd only signed a site visit for him to come down to see if
I did only sign a site visit, I didn't sign an invoice. I am a professional person myself, so I do know about contracts and invoices. It was not an invoice that he gave me to sign, 100%, it was not an invoice.
The first time I saw this was...
Despite her protests, Cheryl ended up in court, where Mr. Wood produced a full order document apparently signed by Cheryl.
How do you think your signature is on an order and invoice document?
I don't know how it's been done, but it was done without my knowledge at all. I've done nothing wrong. I work hard for every penny I've got. I've built my own business over 10 years and gone without everything. And now I'm having to pay this man.
We've spoken to a number of people who've told us the same story, that they thought they were signing up to guarantee a trade show discount, only to discover it was a contract they couldn't get out of. Mr. Wood told us he didn't believe anyone would sign an order by mistake and said he was obliged to take people to court because these were bespoke items difficult to resell.
This is our first day of the year. Wow. And it's the only one we give the 4,000 discount on anyway, so you wouldn't get it else.
Actually, he offers this discount at every show.
I can put a solid there, as well as the back.
Time to find Mr. Wood's factory and have a closer look at the jumbrollies and gazebos so many people are upset about. The workshop in Andover should be easy to find because it's got a giant logo on the side of the building.
This is Hampshire Garden Furniture's fabrication centre. However, the only thing that seems to be fabricated here is the sign. Look, it's photoshopped on.
Mr. Wood says he always intended to put the logo on his unit, but discovered the landlord wouldn't allow it. By the time he found out, it was too late because brochures showing the Photoshop logo had already been printed. The landlord told us it was clear in the terms of the lease that signage wasn't allowed, and Mr. Wood should have known that.
And at the end of the website is all testimony.
Mr. Wood didn't want to be interviewed for the programme about the trail of unhappy customers left in his wake who claimed they were either misled about what they were signing up for or who had received the wrong items, damaged goods or nothing at all. Mr. Wood claims he's only taken 90 people to court over the last 10 years and had good reason to do so. We've spoken to similar businesses, the same size as Mr. Wood's, who say they've never taken legal action against anyone. As for Mr. Wood's customers, well, they say they've lost thousands of pounds and regret ever doing business with Hampshire Garden Furniture.
Definitely don't buy one, just keep walking. Just really keep walking. And yes, I'd probably floor him if I see him now.